Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I'm not sure if it's happy since we're going back to work or whatever. I'm already back on the grind. Like I woke up. I'll tell you about the version of events so that you can understand how exhausted I am. But I feel so much lighter. I feel so much lighter. Thank you guys for watching my last video. Please leave like a comment or something so I know that you're here, even if it's like hatingana. Yeah, bo. um so I feel so much lighter. I think I really prefer this as like my space to share how I feel, because it's not going to one specific person who would then feel like burdened by my problems. And it's not that any of my friends would feel burdened, it's that I would feel like I'm burdening them. So I think this is much better. Like whoever wants to listen goes to listen, and if they catch a problem there, they text me about it. I love it. It's I love it. It works out. It checks out. It works out for everyone, especially me. So, version of events. A lot of things have happened since the last time we spoke yesterday. One is that, like I said, I feel so much lighter. Um, I'm doing this 21-day thing. I'm on day four today of no day five. Day four or day five of this 21-day thing that I'm like praying and stuff. Wait. Yes, like I was saying, I'm doing this 21-day thing where like every night before I sleep, I make like a video diary. I'm just talking to God about the day, how I feel. Like I told you, I'm like in a recovery mode to like get back on my strict girl era since I saw everyone on TikTok talking about that. I want to get back on my grind. I want to get back to doing things I feel good doing. I want to get back to treating myself nicely, man, because I feel like for the past few weeks it's been like grind, this event after this event after like work trip, this that. I want to now calm down, get back to taking care of myself. And I've been feeling that like tinge of like anxiety and like depressiveness creeping in. So I'm trying to get ahead of all of that. I'm not even getting ahead of it because spiritual warfare, man. And I think the thing I'm gonna tell you that happened yesterday is a part of that, because there's no way that I had planned this whole day that it's gonna be great, but it all worked out for my good, I will say. I planned out today and how great it was gonna be, and then I couldn't sleep the whole night because of Reese, my dog. If you know, if like most people that are here probably know that I have a dog named Reese. Reese is saying. Also, do you like that I have amascopas right there? These are my like snacks. Hence. I have a dog named Reese. Reese has been doing too much. She's in heat, so she's in season, and she's one of the very few female dogs in the area. But the thing about Reese is that she's very active, very she knows how to jump really high and run really fast, all these things. So Reese is feral, so to speak. She's wild. Um, Ever since we got her, there's been like dogs always at the gate, just like scoping and seeing her and stuff like that. It started off small until Reese learned how to jump the gate. So Reese would then jump the gate and go to these dogs, blah blah blah. There's this one dog that Reese likes playing with. It's a black dog. I thought Danger is next door, but clearly it's not, because the next door they have dogs, but clearly it is not. Ooh, this dog, apparently the owner, let me tell you the story in like the full chronology of it. So yesterday, um I'm sitting in my room. I was trying to take a nap. I hear commotion outside. Commotion, what's going on? I go outside. Uris is having relations with this other dog that's like brownish. It looks like a dog that could be named Ufoxy. If you get what I'm saying, you know what I'm talking about. Reese is having relations with Ufoxy, and now they are locked. Ta turar. Don't know if you can see the spots of blood here. There's also blood here. Blood on the walls. Blood everywhere. I'm not even opening. Blood everywhere, son. Blood on this thing. It's just gory. Like, it's just gory. Whatever is happening here is all. It's just nasty. Like, look. This is. I'm not sure if you can see here, but the wall is like blood. It's the wiped blood. Now they're locked, and as they're locked, If you get what I mean. If you like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. They locked. They can't get out of that situation. So now Reese is crying, crying. The other dog is like wailing. It's crazy. Eventually, they figure out how to unlock themselves, right, from that position that they were in. Which is weird because I don't even know how you get in that position. Dogs are so weird. Dogs are so weird. Anyway, I haven't bathed. I'm gonna pop in the like get in the bath after this and all that and start my day completely, like start my day properly. I'm already working, by the way, which is terrible, terrible. Um, but Uris then gets locked, interlocked with that dog. They're crying, blah blah blah. We come out, they get out of the position. So the black dog that Reese likes playing with, it's still there, right? So I get Reese back in the yard. I tie her up. I'm like, but we happy, but there's blood everywhere, and we don't even know where this blood is coming from. Fine. The other dog that was locked with Reese has like blood all over like its mouth and stuff. It's gory. The whole situation is gory. Fine. I get Reese and I tie her up. Or Reese, for some reason, she figures out a way to untie herself, jumps the gate again, um, and then we get her back again. Fine. Fine. This lady comes to the house. When this lady comes to the house, she's like, ningayekeli njani idlale nale nje emnyama. We're like, why? She's like, iyagula dala iziqeda izindala. I'm like, what the fuck? Uris has been playing with the dog for days, and if they're saying the dog is sick and killing other dogs, I'm like, why isn't it dead though? Why you're ningafi? Why is it sick and killing other dogs but you're naive? One. Two, Uris has been playing with that dog for days now. Like days, guys. And it's not that I don't believe the lady. The dog does look like it's dying, by the way. So I'm like, you know what, Reese, you're no longer playing in the streets. I don't know why this lady is only telling us this now, because like they've been seeing Reese play with this dog. If anything, Reese not only plays with that dog, their kids usually come here to come pick up Reese to play with Reese. So now that's fucked up. You know? That's fucked up. Fine. Then the day goes on. I've tied Reese up. Reese again figures out a way to untie herself. Now it's at night. I'm hearing commotion outside. And now it doesn't sound like two, three dogs. It sounds like many dogs, because there was like proper stomping outside. It was like a stampede of dogs. And mind you, when we woke up, there was like blood all over the gate and the walkway and again. Odris has figured out a way to put herself in a dangerous situation where she is now a victim again. The dogs are doing stuff, and she put herself in that situation, by the way, because we had tied her and put her in a safe space. She does not want to be tied and put in a safe space. She keeps coming out. Even now, Upumile Odris, guys. So I couldn't sleep because all these dogs were having commotion throughout the night. Throughout the night, our gate was banging over and over. So this morning I wake up. Did I not find the black dog in my yard? The big black dog in my yard? Reese. Reese, we have a kid here. So now I have to take them both to the SPCA. Oh, oh my God. Why is this my life? Guys, my next dog, I want it to be one of those little ones that don't grow. The cutesy ones. You know, the ones that fit in a handbag. I do not want anything to do with. I loved Reese because she was very active. We used to like play together outside and all that. I cannot deal. I want her out. Out. I'm sorry to trigger the white people, but I want her out because one, it's dangerous for the kid for her to be bringing around dogs that are huge, and two, there's nothing that we can do to create like more security there, because one, this is not my house. I'm renting here. Oh, and two, like Reese cannot be bringing random dogs into the yard because there's a kid in here, and not random dogs that are sick also. So that's what happened, and then we had to like get the dog out. The dog is huge, by the way. It's a huge dog. I'm not talking, like, I'm not even exaggerating. It's a huge dog. Anyway, now that I'm done ranting and I've got that off my chest, I'm gonna go take a bath, get myself clean and cute, and fix all of this. I want to undo my hair so bad, but like I don't have the labor. Yo, I don't have the labor. But I'm gonna wait till I get paid go to the salon and get them to undo it and wash it. And I think I want to do a silk press. I think this month I'm gonna do a proper full month of like, no, actually I'm lying. I am gonna get my hair done somewhere in the month, because who wants to stay with their natural hair for the full month? Ew. I'm not built for that, and I'm not gonna take part in it. So, we'll have the conversation that I said we're gonna have later. But you know what? Something has been on my heart that I think I want to talk about tomorrow, about how we as women, we can take this thing of being like, of having childlike spirits a little too far, in the sense that we can be a little, we can be emotionally intelligent to an extent, but we can, saying we can be emotionally intelligent to an extent, but we can also wield our childlike spirit in a way that can be so extreme it becomes childish, and then it takes away the whole point of being emotionally intelligent, because then we leave other people to carry the brunt, or like the to carry us emotionally, because we just want to act like babies all the time. And it came from something I saw on TikTok, and I was just like, oh man, this can go from cute to very much not scary, but like annoying. It can go to from cute to annoying to lack of responsibility and accountability. And I think as women sometimes we lack, actually I don't want to talk about this topic because I feel like it's so nuanced, that you know what, it's not the topic that I want to talk about, and you know, it's not even a part of my recovery. But I am saying that it's something that I'm mulling over and thinking about. It's probably going to be a podcast episode, that we need to take more accountability for our emotional states, even when we're on our periods, dealing with PMDD, PMS, all these things that sometimes we can bleed on other people unnecessarily. Ooh, pun intended. Bleed on other people unnecessarily. And we need to work on that. So it is finally the end of the day, and it's almost 5 p.m. Um, wild stuff going on. Super, super wild stuff. Still some Reese drama. I don't want to talk about that because that stuff ruined my day from early in the morning. So I want to recover from that ASAP. So, Orar is in his tantrum era. Every 2 minutes, it's ah, yo, 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 yo. And then, um, oh, I haven't gotten time to do all the things that I had set out to do earlier. Remember, I was like, I was gonna bath and set up, and no, I woke since up like I haven't gotten a free moment, because as soon as I put my phone down, there was more Reese drama, and then I had to jump into work because my manager was on my ass. And only now am I getting time to go and bath, relax, make some supper, so that, you know, I can feel a sense of normalcy in my life. And these are the misconceptions about working from home, where people believe you have all the time in the world. No, you feel like an entrepreneur, you feel like a business, like, and also the work just never stops flowing or coming in. So you're always busy, always doing something, and the proximity to your work does not help. Oh my word. I think all these things are what add to the general feeling of like, I feel like I always say I'm gonna do stuff. This is the reason why I'm even making this video, is when I'm so exhausted, all I want is to be in water. Um, it adds to the feeling of wanting to do stuff and being unable to do it, and then feeling like you always start stuff that you can't finish. And also, I don't want to lie, that like thing that feels like oppressive, that feels like I can't move, I can't do anything, it came a little bit today, but I think I had like a lot more resistance. Thank you, Jesus. I can't take credit for that. I genuinely had more resistance for it. I did all the things I was supposed to do work wise, but then the things I'm supposed to do life wise I couldn't do. Also today and yesterday I was like very responsive in terms of like texts and calls and stuff like that, which makes me feel really good, because I one thing I don't like is to not show up for people that are always showing up for me. So that was great. It made me feel great that I was able to show up in that regard, for my people, you know. um But I still feel like I'm not doing the things that I need to do in the way that I say I'm gonna do them and in the time frame I say I'm gonna do them, which is frustrating. Prayers. One of the prayers that I want to focus on is like, God, please help me be a good steward over the time that you have given me so that I can fulfill the purpose and the assignment that you have sent me to fulfill in this time. Because the Bible literally says we were born for such a time. Does that make sense? So, we have a purpose in this time that we're living in, and I want to make sure that, like, Nyai whatever it is that God has said for me to feza in this time that I was born to be alive in. But it can feel so impossible when it feels like we don't own our time. One, we don't own our time, and then at the same time, we don't even earn enough money to make up for the time that we don't own. Does that make sense? So in one part, we don't we don't own our time. We're working. Then at the same time, we don't make enough money to like kind of buy back that freedom a little bit. So a lot of the projects that I've had like on pause, like my podcast, all my projects, my business, all these things, I've had them on pause because I was waiting for a time where I can do it. And I feel like now it's time for me to go back to God and say, God, the 24 hours that you give me per day, you clearly believe that it's enough. I don't see that. So please give me the wisdom to be a good steward over those hours so that I can face Gisa whatever you want me to face Gisa in this time. I also think like the burden of, and I part of it is like like that maybe what's the word, imposter syndrome. Part of it has hesitation, imposter syndrome, doubt. Those things, they work together to make us like believe in, believe that whatever purpose we have or whatever assignment we've been given, we're not important enough for that assignment to have an impact. So we can just focus on the systems that we getting, because how do I put this? Life, the life that we live is filled with so many systems that are keeping our heads down. So you wake up, you work, you do this, you do that. There's always something to do, one after the other, that then can seem more important than fezekising amaphupho akho, basically, or the things that God has asked you to do in that time. Like if you have to wake up and work and cook and take care of your child and do this, that, and the third, that can take importance over what can feel like pipeline dreams. And I feel like I'm at a point where I don't want these things to take importance because I feel like I am being put in like a sort of like a mill where I am not allowed to be a human. Like I'm not allowed to be outside of the system. Saying it feels like you're not allowed to be outside of that system, and I think those are like things that steal time. Those are things that steal time, that the world makes us believe that they're more important than the things that we were called to do. And I want God to take the wheel in terms of that too. It's like, you know, when you have a budget for the month and you're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, next thing 15 other things fall into, and that also happens to me, and it's something that I'm praying against, like these things that are just that pop out of nowhere, that have a sense of importance that now you have to deal with, that you have not budgeted for, that you now have to jump on. And basically now it takes you away from the actual goal of the budget. Like if you're budgeting for a car or your business or this, now you can't even do that because these life things are always grabbing on, like just grabbing onto your money. I think the same thing happens with time, and I need God's help with that. Also, I will not gaslight myself into thinking that time isn't moving quicker, because it is. It is, like, it literally is. A day in 2025 is not. It's not the same as a day in 2005. It's not, guys. Days used to be so long. Now, every time you turn around, it's a Monday. Every time you turn around, it's a Monday. What's going on? Topic at hand, because I'm digressing. I want to build trust again with the people I love. Like if I say I'm gonna show up for this, I want to be able to show up and not make excuses for why I didn't show up, because life will always keep lifing. And if I stay in that system and I don't get my head out of the ground, I will keep on being the excuse girl, the one that always sets an intention but never gets anything done. And I don't want that to be me. Like I had planned to buy my mom a washing machine. Before, it was even last year when I planned to do it, but then things happened and I kept on putting those things ahead and putting those things ahead, and I'm deciding that no more. It's almost winter. Don't want my mom to be washing impahla ngezandla when it's winter. Like, I need to make that a thing because I don't want her to think I promise things and never do them. Because you never want to be known as that person. Like, also people that have invited me places, like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, and I'm like, oh yeah, 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 and then I just have to cancel because something came up. Even my son's birthday, all that, it still makes me mad till today because things just popped up that I had to put ahead of that birthday, and I really wanted him to have a birthday last year. But now I am beginning to put the things, not only things that make me happy, because our happiness, our feelings are not always important, but like things that I find important, I want to put them ahead every day. Goes for people that I find important, work that I find important, um, yeah, all of the things I want to put them ahead of the hustle and the grind and the system. I want to find a way to get out of the system and this like a rabbit hole that I feel like I'm in that I'm not able to get out of now. And that's where I think that's kind of where my prayer point is. It's like, God, get me out of this rabbit hole so I can live where you want me to live, in on the plane that you want me to live in the timeline. Because you know how they say that God doesn't live, not even they say, the Bible says that God doesn't live in the same, not realm, but like, yes, realm of time that we do, or in the same understanding of time that we do. I want to live in the understanding of time that God does so that I can always align with him, and not align with my wishes, my desires, what life is telling me to do, blase blase. And that is extremely hard, but it's something that I want to commit to. Anyway, I'm rambling, but this is my ramble diary for me getting to the place that I want to be. So it's not a fully good day, but I think we can still recover, we can still recover the week, the day, the month, the life. We can, you know what? Not bad day, not fully productive day, but not fully productive life. Does that make sense? Anyway, much else I want to add to this, and I need to figure out a better device and blah 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 to record on. I don't have much else I want to add to this. Oh, I want to add that Ungabo today was like, oh, we were talking about like weight loss and stuff because we're always were obsessed with it. So she was like, oh, how much do you weigh? Oh man, I should have resisted the urge to get on the scale, and I did. It ruined my day even further. It actually did not ruin my day. I was just like, oh, it's good to know where you're at. Um, Progress, but not enough. Not enough. So I'm gonna ramp up my process right now, so that I can get to where I need to be in terms of this weight loss journey. Weight loss, prioritizing things that are important to me, um, being a follow through, being a good mom, man. I don't even want to talk about that. It gets me emo, but I want to be an even better mom than I am. Being a better steward over my time and my finances, and allowing God to take the wheel in terms of that. Tough stuff, but someone's got to do it, and that someone is me in this case. Anyway, have a good week. Oh no. See you tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day. I know I'm posting this late. Hope you guys see it. Bye.